My name is Javier Hernandez. I'm a sergeant in the Lodi Police Department, Bergen County. And Danny's my man. I came to this maybe about a year ago, maybe a little bit more than that when he first started kicking us off. This? You guys have a better life? So I came to this. I've always like loved to help, right? Come from the inner city, something I always wanted to do. You know, I really didn't care about arresting people, writing tickets. That's all bullshit to me. For me, it was more like helping out the community where, you know, where I was born and raised. I couldn't really do it, but in Jersey I did. So long story short, the blue suicide thing, it hit home with both my departments. I started my career at William Patterson University Police Department. And then I transferred to Lodi. I actually just hit my 10th year there. And I had two separate situations on both ends with two separate officers from the police department. And when we had this conversation, which is what I like, you know, to change things, you need to have an open conversation. You need to start, right? And that's what Danny has done. And thank you, my brother, for doing that. Because that's, you know, that's how you do things. Is somebody gotta pick up a mic and talk, right? And everybody listens, and then the next thing you know, we'll rent this whole thing out next time. So when we talked about maybe a year and a half ago, we really didn't have a resolution. You know, we were always told if you're going through something, you better not say shit. Don't let the administration hear you. They're gonna take that badge and gun and you fuck. Straight up, right? I've seen it happen. Two separate guys, similar situations in my department. What do you do? I'm happy to say that I am one of the resiliency officers in Lodi. All right. I was with Brad 2 weeks ago. I went through the training in Bergen County, 3 days with the prosecutor's office, and I gotta say these guys are serious. I don't know how I talked to there's a lieutenant here from Passaic County, and they haven't really done it yet because of COVID in Passaic County. I know Bergen County, they just completed, Brad, their third class? Fourth class, all right? I was class number 3. And today, I sat down with my chief after the second guy from my department who I appointed, he's the vice president of our PBA, to go through it. And I sat down with my chief, I sat down with the deputy chief, and I put it all on the line. This shit works. If you guys, everybody has an RPO in their department or is going to be an RPO. I always said, don't ever talk about your problems to administration. Obviously, you know, you go fitness for duty, and I always said it's a coin flip, right? You don't know if you're gonna get your job back. Well, I was wrong. I sat down with the chief psychologist from Oakland, Dr. Lou, and it's right on his website. He told me 94% of New Jersey officers that get sent for fitness of duty get their badge and their gun back. All right, that's not a coin flip. Out of that, 6% that are left that don't get their job back, 2% is actually doing a favor, pensioning out. So you have that 4%. 4% of officers that go through a fitness of duty currently do not get their jobs back, mainly because either they don't want to go through the process, similar to what Brad went through. You know, the doctor's saying, hey, look, you know, you need to go to intensive care, facility for, up to 60 days. Then we come, we reevaluate. Some guys, they just see the end. I'm never gonna get my gun back. I'm never gonna get my badge back, right? So that was always a scary thing. But now hearing that, I sat there, I was like, I wanna help. I'll do my chief sent me. He was like, you're the perfect guy to go. He's like, and I went there and I listened to everything and I was like, this is great. The conversation started, the conversation has started way beyond, the AG rolling this out. Danny started this way before the AG even talked about it. And, I wanted to grab the mic. I'm just like, I don't have anything written down or planned or anything like that. But for anybody who doesn't know, who is a current officer in New Jersey, I'm telling you, you guys don't know, Bergen County is like probably the most strict when it comes to rules and regulations, right? The prosecutor was there. The head prosecutor was there. These guys are serious, and they want help. And I sat down, I pushed it to the chief. Literally today, I worked shift. 5:45 this morning, 5:45 in the afternoon. I went home, took a shower, and came right here. Right? My PBA president is right there. He was sitting right there because I tied the PBA into this whole resiliency thing. And I told him just like that. I said, Chief, I don't have to tell you anything other than an officer reporting a crime to me, or if they're harm to themselves or others. And just because you're suicidal, that don't mean you're a harm to yourself or others. Ask the difficult question. Do you have a plan? Things like that. So, there is help on the way. They're trying to change. New Jersey we have to continue this conversation. New Jersey is pushing forward, and I'm very happy to see the room getting bigger and bigger with every discussion. So thank you, Danny, for giving me the opportunity to rep the mic.